Hey everybody, trying to get this next video out sooner than I did the other one, so here it is. This is obviously the MECCA Gold's Gym. We got to finally train there. Before we left, it was super awesome. A lot of cool people. Charles Glass even came up to me, said he recognized me, which I mean, I don't know if he did, but it was pretty neat. So here I am, progressing, from last week. Basically, the cards are going to flash on the bottom of the screen. I left some training sessions out that I didn't get to record, but I will talk about those whenever some of these, filler clips come on. I'll just tell you what I did. But yeah, so training, push at the MECCA. It was awesome. Zion had her delt session from the day before, I believe, if I remember correctly. She was looking crazy out here. Really, everyone looks crazy that trains out here, but yeah, so as you see, we don't do the exact same training sessions. You got to take into account individual differences. So Zion's muscles are slightly smaller than mine, which means she can probably hit them a little more frequently. Where I might hit delts 3 times a week, she might do them 4 or 5. Same with legs, she might do 3 times a week, varying the volumes here and there. And maybe I'll do 2 because my quads and hamstrings are a bit larger than hers. But yeah, so we take into account individual differences, making sure that she's getting the right frequency and I'm getting the right frequency. Not trying to, be super bro-y, like, frat bro number 1 goes in and has his girlfriend do everything he does. It's ridiculous.
Oh, hey, nice to see you. We're at Gold's Gym.
Oh my god. I believe right after this set's when Charles Glass came up to me. It was super neat, like I said before, but yes. But also, Zion got hit on right behind me. People just had no respect out there. It's ridiculous. During the set. It's so funny. But yeah, so the session overall ended on a good note. Went up a set and I think 10 pounds on cable flies. Went up a set and I believe 10 to 20 pounds on hammer strength. Overall volume increased just a little bit on this day. Probably a bit more on my second push session, I would say. But yeah, it was a great session. Probably one of the funnest sessions that we've ever all had together. This shot's super neat. It's got all the classic pictures in the background. Zion training, just one of my favorite sessions by far that I've ever done. But yeah, so good increases in volume, and I will be back to chat about the rest of the training session. Yeah, here's this session has some missing stuff. So this session has Smith machine squats, then lying leg curls, then Smith machine squats again afterwards with way less weight, higher repetitions. But this is the only thing recorded. I did get to go up. My hamstring wasn't bothering me too much, so that's great. I was really happy about that. And then there was no PM session. I did do cardio that day though. So while the other sessions are rolling, I'm going to talk about something about diet real quick, because I've had a lot of questions lately and I'm looking back at some old questions on those. But someone asked, can I go over my competition diet because it seems like it's a little different than the RP templates and stuff? Really, it's not. So when you're losing body fat, until you get into really freakishly lean territories, closer to show, those last couple weeks when we're not too concerned with muscle loss anymore, but the modifications are mostly going to come from how ready we think we are, really it's like you're losing at a certain rate per week. Whether that's 1 pound, 2 pounds, depending on how heavy you are. half a pound, whatever. And the RP templates do a really good job at regulating that, making sure you're losing that fat at that rate of loss that we want per week. The only thing that I really change is that I do 2-a-days, so I'll have a higher glycemic source post-training than most people. But really the peri-workout nutrition, so around the workout, is basically the same, because on the templates we do say, you know, drink this much intra and then have about this much post, and then have that next meal, you know, 45 minutes to an hour, 40 minutes to an hour after your training. So it's kind of the same. It's just that I add more high glycemic carbohydrates after that first session. The second session I move more into moderate or low glycemic index sourced carbs. So potatoes, white rice, brown rice, oatmeal, whatever's gonna make me feel good that day, depending on how full I'm feeling, how hungry I'm feeling, etc. So really, my diet's not too different. It's just that I train twice a day, and I modify my diet based on those parameters. As far as single day training, you're gonna get slightly less carbohydrates, and that's really about it. But yeah, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Please ask specific questions, and I will absolutely answer them. Specific questions geared toward my diet. I'm going to try to make a diet one in my next vlog. These haven't been too informational. I'm trying to put more information in them, but running out of shit to talk about. I'm going to go back and read some more questions, and I'll be back to voiceover in the next vlog. Thanks, guys.
Everyone, how you doing? I just landed in Missouri with Banana, and we decided to come get a training session in Gold with Scott Holiday, one of the Columbia Midwest area. knows who this man is. I don't need to introduce him.
Thank you, Jim.
Scott Holiday, but we're gonna do a delts training. He's already pretty.
Oh, I'm pumped up. I'm pretty pumped up. I did delts 2 days ago and biceps yesterday, but I'm gonna do it again.
Luckily, frequency on delts can be, 4 to 5 times a week, so he's really not violating an SRA principle.
Looking sharp. So on my sets, I just go as high as my elbows will allow.
Yeah, as high as possible. You know?
I like to have a slight tilt forward of my hips, so I can be more focused on my rear delt. I don't know how many.
Because many people don't know that it's hitting lateral and rear.
It is.
Looking at life through a loaded gun. Take your best shot, aim it at the sun. Looking at life through a loaded gun. You know you'll find yourself, you'll find yourself alone. You'll find yourself, you'll find yourself alone. You'll find yourself, you'll find yourself alone. And you'll find yourself, you'll find yourself.
190.
That was too long of a rest.
For this technique.
That's motivating. Hey, now
Let's go.
10, 11, 12, 13.
They all gotta be perfect. No fucking around. Drop them real quick. Real quick. Put them on the ground. Shake it out.
My arms are heavy. And I'm eating Pop-Tarts.
How many more you got?
I need to do 6 to finish.
Let's go. 6 easy. Good contractions. Up. Come on. Come on, let's go. Two more to make up for it.